The Humanihut story began with a vision. Founder Neale Sutton was talking about the Syrian crisis with a friend when he realised there was something they could do to help.
With the knowledge I'd had from both the military and my humanitarian experience, and my partner Andrew Hamilton is a practicing doctor, and so he had a primary health focus. We thought there was a better option than the tents they were using right there and then.
Former soldier Neale is no stranger to a tent, but seeing the human cost of conflict was his biggest source of inspiration.
We were repatriating about 3,000 East Timorese back from West Timor back over the border when they had settled things in East Timor. And so I was first-hand able to see the desperation in people's faces when they weren't in their own homes.
His idea was to design a better refugee shelter, one that provides protection from extreme temperatures, offers privacy and a community. The Humanihut's main point of difference is its portability, and once it gets to its location, it only takes 2 minutes to put together.
We can put a camp with power, water and sewerage with our partners Global Water. We can put a camp for 2,500 people on the ground in 3 days. And we can redeploy it in the same time.
With support growing for the idea, a grant from the South Australian Government helped take the concept to the next level. Then industrial designer John Brooks came on board to help refine the details.
One of the concerns I had was that these people have been displaced. They've moved into a terrible refugee camp situation, and here they are lined up in rows of huts, which to me was a little bit soulless.
He worked with a town planner to engineer a solution.
We lay the blocks of huts in a different pattern so that they bring small and large community spaces together, and we can try and bring some community back into these desperate situations.
The team is now working with local suppliers to kit out the portable shelter with utilities such as electricity, sewage and running water, where one of the biggest challenges has been creating systems that are compatible with a number of different environments.
The main challenge in designing the system for Humanihut is that we're not sure where the system will be built, where the water source will be, what water quality we will get. So the challenge has been to appreciate that there is no one solution for all cases.
After a long incubation and plenty of refinement, the Humanihut is now market ready. Neale Sutton wants to see it replace the cheaper, less comfortable options being offered to refugees across the world. He also thinks it's a good solution for anyone who needs to house people in hot, remote climates, including mining companies and the military. Humanihut are in the final stages of securing their first order with the Department of the South Australian Government. And there's been plenty of interest.
Quite early on in the scheme of this, in 2014, I went out and travelled and met with senior executives in the UNHCR and the Red Cross, and they were rapt for it. Whether they purchase it in the future remains to be seen, but everyone was looking for another solution, and it would appear that we'd found it.
With the hope this Australian invention could be changing lives very soon.